connected with the folks who run, I guess you can call it the West Coast chapter, West Coast outlet of Elite Bakery, which Chris has been going on and on and on about, like,
West Side.
There you go, the wonderful baked goods. I know Joe Sir and I have both been their customer many times, very happily so. So here's Tomas's report on Elite Bakery baking for the Bay, doing good work out there. Then we're going to bring Tomas on for some of his thoughts and what he learned about this story.
Elite Bakery in Union City, California continues its long history of delivering local Chamorro food to the Bay Area.
We established this bakery, this location in 2012, but we originally had the bakery here in California in 1985. Our operation on Guam and Tamuning and in Agate has been on island working since 1976, so several generations now in the baking industry on Guam and now here in California.
Ken Villo and Grace Villo Robbins are siblings running the bakery.
We've been working together because my sister and I are a great team, and we try to just provide that Hafaday spirit and that family unity that we've been growing up with on the island to kind of share with everyone here in California.
The smell of island food favorites greet you at the door, where they hope to sell food that keeps the memories of home alive.
Our bakery here was making products that you couldn't really find, like the guava chiffon cake, chamorro empanada. We make buchi buchi, manhatatitas, and then we have a whole assortment of Filipino breads like pandesal, pandaleche, pandecoco. We make pajeria, risquetti, all kinds of little knickknacks that kind of bring that comfort food to most islanders here in the Bay Area. You just can come here, they can get, a pound of kelaguen and then just, get some red rice and then just have that, taken back to when they were growing up on the islands and just enjoy, those memories with the family and their loved ones and the fiestas and all those things that's the service that we're really trying to provide.
As California prepares to fully reopen, they're staying afloat.
We're not really trying to produce to where we're making profits. We've transitioned our retail mostly into wholesale and doing a lot of pre-order items just to stay safe until all of our staff is vaccinated and dealing with their own precautionary measures to keep everyone here safe and healthy and employed during this time. So we didn't let anybody go.
The kitchen is keeping busy amid the various pandemic lockdowns that shuttered the state. Ken says he's keeping the dream alive to expand across the West Coast.
And then in the future, if we want to expand, I love Washington State. I think it's a great area where there's lots of Chamorro, a lot of Guamanians out there, nothing really catering to them. And I think about those people all the time. Oregon down to SoCal and San Diego has a huge community, and but no bakery. So, those are all markets that I can see that are just ready to tap into and just to provide that same, spirit like we do here.
Until then, he says they're focused on keeping their doors open and has this message to share with his family on Guam.
Hafaday to all the people on Guam, my love and prayers for those that are suffering through COVID during this pandemic. We follow you religiously on KUAM. We follow all your stories. Shout out to my mom and dad. I love you guys so much. My brothers and sisters and all my family, friends, and relatives. My love and prayers always to you guys.
For KUAM News, in the San Francisco Bay Area, I'm Tomas Manglona.
All right, and now we bring in Tomas, who's joining us in the Zoom room right now. A big smile on his face, and Tomas, I'm assuming also a very well-fed tummy after that report.
Yeah, I actually just had one of the empanadas for lunch. Good morning, Jason and Chris and Joser. What a great assignment to be put on. I know I covered Betsu before, and it was so great to be able to share.
Yeah, you got so many wonderful sentiments in there, and you talked about what it's like to build a business in the hyper competitive climate of like the West Coast and everything. But they do it with the work ethic that we have here as people of the Marianas, and that coming from the NMI, and obviously they said they do it with love, and they've got a real strong brand here on the island. The Garces family is so beloved and respected for what they do. But the one thing I really took away from that was pound of kelaguen. That was the soundbite
Yes,
for me. It's a pound.
by the
Three words have
pound.
never resonated more with me than pound of Kelligwin.
Yeah, and so they've been switching to more of that kind of catering because of the pandemic. You're not able to sit in the bakery or the cafe anymore, but they were really busy when I went there. It was hard to really nail down this interview because they have lots of orders coming in. Whether that's for the holidays and now birthdays and graduation season right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's just great to know that they're still keeping their doors open. And it's funny because when I asked Ken and his sister Grace who run the shop about what their plans are for the future, they said, well, we want to open in Washington, Portland, Vegas. And he went, oh, so just all of the West Coast? And they said, that's still part of the dream. So
Also,
lots of
all markets that have very, very large and thriving Chamorro communities.
Yeah, and one thing also that was mentioned was, they're still very much COVID conscious. They're giving their employees options about working, about the way they work. And of course, they want everyone, they have about 7 employees there. They want them to all be vaccinated before they come in. And I think it's interesting because I had a similar experience when I first went to Elite Bakery just a few weeks ago. As I was waiting for my order after doing the interview, I also heard a lot of people coming in, and the first thing they do is tell their story about their connection to home and how long it's been since they've been back on Guam. And so I think it's just not only a good bakery, but it's a good place to just catch up and listen to how folks are doing after leaving the island for so long.
Well, since you approach this story both from the perspectives of a journalist and then ultimately as a happy customer, what was the sense that you got about about the diversity of the clientele? Was it like a lot of people with roots of the island and people that were probably native Bay Area? And how is the brand being received over there? Like how strong of a brand is it?
Yeah, I think every customer, based on my last visit and for this story, had a connection to Guam, of course. And so, and you also had a few people, local to the Bay Area as well, who really just love the Chamorro and Filipino food and snacks that they have there too. I would say that you could plop this one back at home and not notice the difference. And that's how locally homegrown and rooted it is. And I was talking to Ken because back on Rhoda, when I was in middle school, there was an Elite Bakery in front of the basketball court. And I asked him, did you run that bakery on Rhoda too? He said, yeah, I'd visit every other month or every 2 months here and there. And so it was just nice to also catch up with Ken and his sister Grace and everyone there who also has roots to home. Who's
That's so awesome.
Putting these things together.
Tomas, the way you came around Robin from Rhoda to Guam to the Bay. Appreciate your time this morning. Tomas Manglona again from the KUAM news team. He's a great contributor with some good content. Good kid too.
Yeah, you guys make sure you post your comments on Tomas's story that's going to be up on our Facebook and YouTube channels. And feel free to tag the people that go there as well.
Right on.
Give them a shout out.
Hey, to our viewers on